Hi guys, this is Dr. Lassane again. I want to do probably 2 screencasts to go over the syllabus with you. Some of this information I know that you can read on your own, but I want to make sure that I emphasize some things to make sure that you're getting everything that you need to get. So let's start with page 1. Usually the important stuff is right there at the front. So welcome to LS 5385. It's Literature for Young Adults. The semester is summer of 2010. It's a required course for your MLS and your library media specialist certification. You are part of the library science program, and our website is right here, shsu.edu/library science. Here is my name. I'm Terry Lassane. I have an office in the Teacher Education Building, also known as the Garrett Education Center, room 139. They call it the first floor, I call it the basement. There's a P.O. box should you need to mail me something. My office phone is 936-294-3673. The office phone, when I'm not in the office, goes directly to my cell phone. So don't be surprised if you call me and I say yes or hello, rather than Dr. Lassane. It's still me. The office fax number, should you need to fax something, I can't imagine why, but just in case, is right here. And these are the 2 best email addresses for me, Dr. L at shsu.edu and lis_TSL at shsu.edu. My office hours are 24/7 online. You can always reach me there. And physically, I'll be in the office most Tuesdays from 8 to 4. If that doesn't work for you, we can try to arrange a different time and day. I'm not going to go over the course description. It's here. As you might expect, it talks about we're going to be looking a lot at, literature for young adults. These are the idea objectives that I intend to emphasize in the class. This will come into play when you fill out your idea evaluation forms for me at the end of the semester. Now, down to the nitty-gritty. You have a textbook for the course. It is an online textbook. Dr. Perry and I have put one together because it's just a whole lot less expensive. Let's start with that. Most textbooks for the course range anywhere from $40 to $70. So everything you're going to need is going to be here. There are links out to articles. There are links out to different PowerPoints and things like that. So it's right there. I've given you the bit.ly address, which I hope is a good one for you. The table of contents has hyperlinks that will take you to everything that you should need for the course. If you have trouble with that, again, please let me know. We will all read together 11 books. I'm just trying to get this. Here we go, so that we can look at them. We're going to read Sherman Alexie's The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian. We'll read Laurie Holt Sanderson's Speak. We'll read Ruth Behar's Lucky Broken Girl, Nancy Garden's Annie on My Mind, Donna Gephardt's Lillian Duncan, Roby Harris's It's Perfectly Normal, Walter Dean Meyer's Monster, Patrick Ness's The Knife of Never Letting Go, Isabel Quintero's Gabby, A Girl in Pieces, Marjorie Sartrepi, Persepolis, and Angie Thomas, The Hate You Give. Everybody will read those same 11 books. Then you're going to read one book by the following authors: Kwame Alexander, Chris Crutcher, A.S. King, Andrew Smith, John Green, Jason Reynolds. These should all be books for young adults. And the reason I'm mentioning this is because Kwame Alexander has a couple of picture books. And really, I would prefer that you read the young adult book in order to receive credit. And finally, 7 books of your choice from the following sources: Best Fiction for Young Adults, Quick Picks, Prince and/or Prince Honor Books, Excellence in Nonfiction for Young Adults, Great Graphic Novels for Teens, and Outstanding Books for the College Bound. Please note up here it says these books must come from at least 4 different lists. So in other words, you don't read 7 books from Best Fiction. You can read 2 books from Best Fiction, 1 from Quick Picks, a couple Excellence in Nonfiction, let's see, that gives you 5, and then 2 more, 1 great graphic novel for teens, maybe you read a Prince Honor. All of these lists can be found at the following website. The list, the books that you read must be between 2015 and 2019. You'll also read 1 book from the New York Times bestseller list for young adults. between the dates of December 2018 and May of 2019, and the copyright date for the book must be between 2018 and 2019. You may listen to any of these books in audio or read them in e-format. That does not matter to me. You might mention it when you're doing your blogging, that if you did it in a different way than the conventional, just so that you're letting me know. You do have a TK20 assignment, for the course, so make sure that your TK20 account is up and working. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here about things I have to put in syllabi. So you can take your time and you can read this at your leisure. I want to get down to the things that I think really matter to you. Not that you're not all interested in all of this, but let's talk a little bit about things. First of all, late work, not accepted. If there are some dire circumstances, you have to contact me before the deadline to request an extension. Otherwise, no late work. So please, please, please make sure that you get work to me on time. I know that this class is going to take a great deal of time. You're going to have to find a way to carve out some time every day to read, to write, to keep up with everything. There are all kinds of policies here. You've probably seen some of these before if this is not your first class. So we're just going to scoot through it. I just love this down arrow key. It takes us through all the stuff that needs to be in here. All the pretty charts that I had to make. This is why syllabi are so long. Basically, my syllabus could be 2 pages, but these are the requirements to make sure that you know everything you need to know. Okay, course evaluation, also known as how do I get my A? It goes through the 4 assignments that you have for the class. The first is your reading autobiography. You're asked to write your reading autobiography, which is a personal memoir of your earliest memories of reading inside of school, outside of school, people who read aloud to you, people who gave you wonderful books, things you hated about reading, things you loved about reading, everything you can think of that has to do with reading. You can write this as a traditional narrative, that's fine, or you can use a PowerPoint, Padlet, S'more. It's up to you if you want to use one of those. It is due June 4th, which I know comes really soon, but I don't want you to really agonize over this. Note, however, it's worth 100 points, which means that I do want some detail here. I don't want like 3 little squares on a Padlet that says, here's what I read as a child, here's what I read as a teen, here's what I'm reading now. That's not enough. So look at these questions in here and help them guide you. The second assignment asks for you to blog about the books you're reading. So you're reading 25 books. The assignment's worth 100 points. That might suggest to you that each blog post is worth 4 points. And look at what I'm looking for here. A bibliographic citation using APA format, the cover of the book with a JPEG that doesn't get pixelated. So I have here just 300 by 300. That's the minimum that you can put on your blog post so that the cover will come in sharp. I want a summary of the book. And I want then connections, book trailers, other books along similar themes, other books by the author or within the genre, teaching ideas, strengths and weaknesses of the book. Those are the things that I'm looking for. The due dates for that, the first 8 books, July 9th, the second, July 16th, the final, July 23rd. So you see, that's a little ways off because you're going to do the textbook first. For each of the chapters, and when you look at the table of contents, you'll see each of those links should be a chapter. You're going to write a blog entry that summarizes the content of that chapter. So you're going to provide me a detailed summary, and then you're going to reflect on the content and how it has or will affect you as you read and evaluate young adult literature. Both of those parts are equally important to me. So please make sure that you pay attention to the summary as well as the utility of the post that you're seeing. And again, these are going to come to me in chunks, chapters 1 through 5, June 18th, chapters 6 through 10, June 25th, and the final chapters, July the 2nd. Then the final assignment for this class is TK20. There's going to be a whole lot of more details about this particular assignment at Live Binders and Blackboard, and there's also going to be some right here in this syllabus. That's the final assignment due, and it's due July 30th. So 400 points for the course. If you want an A, you'll get 90% of that, which is 360. There's the range for B, there's the range for a C, and below that is an F. So I think that those are probably what you need to know in order to get started. I'm going to review the TK20 assignment in part 2 of this screencast.